So we're with, what's your full name, if you don't mind?
Paul Mitchell.
Paul Mitchell, with Paul Mitchell in the Pennsylvania Museum, and we found this very small, but incredibly elongated skull. And where's this from?
This is Peruvian.
Any idea what area?
No. What I can do is, if you're interested, I will forward you all the records. This is one of the Morton. This is a skull from the Morton Cranial collection. This was.
I mean, that must be a young child, isn't it?
Oh, looking at the teeth, it's about 4 or 5. And I've been told by my advisor, who's the curator of physical anthropology, that this is an individual who, by dint of this extreme cranial deformation, was unlikely to have had sufficient wasn't getting enough blood or oxygen to the brain at the most posterior parts, furthest back parts of the head. And that could have been a probable cause of death. Less extreme, obviously, cranial deformations aren't going to cause that particular physiological conundrum.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is probably the most extreme that we have. We have quite a few other ones that are.
Is there any more just in this drawer?
No, they got some. Well, in this drawer, that's an interesting question. This is our best one, and just so you know, I'm going to give you a website that you can go to, and the one you want to search for. All right, it's 1681. I'll remember that. 1681. But let's see if there's anything else interesting around.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Very interesting.
Well, rather than worry about all these guys, so we do have plenty more, and if he wants to come in, we'd be happy to show him.
He's sort of based in Peru. I mean, if you've got
He's all based in Peru.
If you've got any few bits and bobs I could look at, I'll be...
So actually, why don't we, instead of, we could look at these guys. I know where there's a lot of good ones. They're in the other room. I'll show you. So this is the Morton Cranial collection. This is all a collection from around 150 years ago. It's all based here in Philadelphia. It originally was at the Academy of Natural Sciences. It was transferred here in 1960. But I will show you some from the Wistar Institute. The Wistar Institute was this cancer research institute that's right up the road here. And
they're pretty weird.
Oh, those are kids. Those are kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, and these are all archaeological things like that. But
everywhere.
Yeah. So
oh my God, this is so cool.
So there's a lot of Peruvians in there. Do we have any cranial deformations? Something I can see that are apparent. I can get you some. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is a child. Is that a deformation? Child of 4 years. Pachacamac. A lot of these are from Pachacamac.
Okay.
Oh well, looky here.
Ah, look at that one. That is a classic deformation. Similar to the one we saw upstairs. And that one's got stuff happening as well.
Mm-hmm. So, actually the majority of the collection, there's probably about 600 Peruvians here.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
A lot are from Pachacamac, some are from Pisco, there's a few other places. Oh, here we go.
Okay, that's got a classic deformation there, yeah. Yeah, it's got the sort of middle of the ridge. So that one looks kind of...
That's an Australian. Let's be careful with them.
Oh, sorry.
The native Australians, you don't like to do anything with.
No, I understood. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
I understand. This is also a very small cranium. This is also, I bet you, a Peruvian. Don't tell me. Yeah, it says Peruvian.
Okay.
Very globular. Sometimes you get these very globular crania from Peru. It's a little bit funny.
It's almost like it's sort of liquid.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, but it is so round. It's very, more so you'll see in Europeans that it's a more elongated cranial form. But, yeah, a lot of Peruvians. Let me show you some more. Okay.
So can you just sort of tell us your name and your role and your job?
So my name is Paul Mitchell. I am the assistant to the curator of the skeletal collection here at the Penn Museum. I'm a graduate student in physical anthropology, I happen to be the person who met you on Saturday, October 20th, 2012, while talking about mummies and stuff.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
Excellent. That's a classic one, is that? Can I say for that?
This is one that's cranially deformed and also has suffered some sort of antemortem injury. Actually, also what appears to be syphilis.
Okay, yeah, we saw that a lot in the Mutta Museum.
Mm-hmm. Bad teeth, too.
Look at this one.
Look
at that.
The teeth,
Yeah.
there's the head, these are the These are antemortem injuries, blunt force trauma. This is syphilis.
Okay. Is there any signs of trepanning there?
I don't think this is trepanation. I don't think this is trepanation. And as a matter of fact, this is an individual who not only suffered blunt force trauma, has bad teeth, also sort of what we call parotid hyperostosis. They're not getting enough iron in their diet.
That's like a normal skull, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What's in the bag?
Ooh. Surprises. This is just a back of a cranium. There's nothing particularly interesting to this. Let me do real quick the following thing and check in here and see if there's anything of interest. Oh, this one's kind of... Here, I'll turn on the lights. Just go ahead and hear. That's fine.
Yeah.
But you look on the shelves, you'll see some things. These are all from the Wistar, so we have another home for them. We're going to get them put away, but... So, and I think the rest of these guys are all... Is there anyone else that's really interesting? The problem with these is we know less about them, where they're from, stuff like that.
But they're all part of that same collection.
Well, no, there's two separate collections. The two major collections of crania that we have are from, this is the Wistar collection. They came from the Wistar Institute of Anatomy down the street. They actually have since really focused their efforts heavily on doing molecular stuff with cancer, and their anatomy and pathology units were essentially, they actually were just going to throw all these away. And so we said, no, we'll take them. But the problem is the records are significantly less rich than the records that we have for the Morton collection of crania, which came from the Academy of Natural Sciences. They gave them to us because essentially they didn't want to deal with the process of getting rid of Native American remains. It's now law in the United States through the North American Grave Repatriation or Grave Protection and Repatriation Act